the troubled waters of your soul. That's a goodie, an oldie, but a goodie. It's been around for a while. He will calm the troubled waters. Well, beat the back of the guitar. I'm in my office chair instead of I can swivel a little bit of that stove. I need to reach something. Anyway, how's everybody doing? It was a beautiful day today. Gorgeous day here in Carolinas. It's about, I think it must have been about 65 degrees or so. It was beautiful. It's good to see y'all. Oh, well, I won't say it's good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all seeing me, I hope. I hope you're tuned in. If you don't, you'll, so while you're running by, I'll just happen to see this program and stop. And there's a few on my post that I made today about coming on live tonight. I have a few comments on that. It's always good. Ray Snyder is always on board if he can get the channel. He's told me he was in Ohio and heading back to South Carolina home in the morning. Well, we hit Ohio last week. Last Wednesday, I was on live Tuesday night. Wednesday evening, Linda and I left out in my old Chevrolet pickup truck and went north 415 miles. Well, we went about 375, I guess, and stopped at a Best Western Hotel there in Zanesville, Ohio, on I-70. Man, that big old king-size bed slept. I didn't want to get it Thursday morning. Whew, man, I slept so good. Linda said she didn't even think she woke up. And but we got up and went about 40 miles up in the country, by the rolling hills back in the upper hills of Ohio, and picked up a big old bus, great big old 45-foot MCI coach. And so we drove it home that afternoon, uneventful. We made several stops for different things and fuel, and this bus wasn't full of fuel when I bought it. They put just enough in it to get it out of the parking lot. And I had to stop, put some fuel in it, and then we stopped to get something to eat, and then make a couple of rest stops, and I asked one of the drivers, he said, "That's a good old bus you get there." I said, "Good." I said, "How's it run out?" He said, "Oh, about 74. And that's what the speedometer says, is 74. The GPS says off the satellite 70 miles an hour. The speedometer is about 4 miles off for some reason. Those speedometers are usually pretty accurate. That one is, for some reason, is 4 miles off. Maybe a tire shot, I don't know, I hadn't checked it out. But anyway, 70 miles an hour, top grandpa speed, 70 miles an hour. I can't get out there and run in that left-hand lane. I have to stay in the right-hand lane and be quiet and be comfortable and safe. But we made it home eventless, no events. It was a good trip home and got in about 10 o'clock that night. But I'm glad you tuned in, and we're going to pick a little for you tonight. And I changed strings on the old Martin last night, and the strings on it wasn't too old, but I went to a different gauge string. The guy that set it up for me, I think he might have set it up for these 12s. Don't seem to have as much fret rattle. And put them on there last night. These are Elixir Phosphor Bronze. I've got 3 sets of Phosphor Bronze strings in the closet. It's been there for several years. I got a bunch of Elixir strings and Fender strings. I got a whole box of guitar strings. And I didn't like these bronze strings. That's the reason I've had them so long. I didn't like the bronze string on the Taylor. I used Elixir 8020 bronze, and that's what sounds and plays the best. I did not like these bronze strings. But I put on this Martin, and it seems to be the ticket or the key, because it seems to jump right in there and do its thing. tomorrow. Sure glad of that, for sure. Well, let me tune in the old iPad and see if we have any visitors on the page by this time. I didn't give a real long notice till about 5:30, I guess. And Paul Duncan said the Martin is sounding great. Thank you, Paul. I love playing this guitar. I said many times I have not forsaken Duncan playing this guitar. I said many times I have not forsaken Duncan playing this guitar. I said many times. See, the iPad works, doesn't it? Volume and everything on it works on it. But yeah, Ray's down to make it in. I don't get a good signal here at Mom's. Well, tell Mom to get better internet. Mr. Larry Orwell. I hope everything is great with you, Larry. Hadn't seen you in a long time. Larry Orwell goes back to his dad. Lloyd Orwell was one of the greatest gospel music promoters in the Northeast. We played Dayton, Indianapolis, South Bend, Chicago, or downtown Chicago, Madonna Temple. Remember that? We played, I think it was the Marat Temple at, those were huge auditoriums. The one at Indianapolis, I think it's at seated 3,000 people. I may be wrong on that. Don't take me to the bank. I know we used to play there, and Lord Orwell's show would be sold out, and he would have 200 chairs sold on the stage behind us. They would pull all the curtain layers up where it was nothing but stage, and set 200 chairs, folding chairs, behind us on the stage. And the fire marshal would tell them we cannot let another person in this building. And well, we had some big times there in Indianapolis. We played Dayton on Friday night, and then we played Indianapolis on Saturday night for Lord Orwell and his son Larry, the Orwells, and then that's how I met Gordon Jensen, and he was singing with him, and I'll think of the other two sometime tonight before bedtime. But anyway, it's good to see you, Larry, and I hope everything's going well with you. He's a great minister, great man of God. And looks like we're on Facebook tonight, and let's see, what can I play? I'm very stiff, and I'm in severe pain tonight, and this shoulder. I'm taking low-dose radiation treatments. That is a new treatment that they do for arthritis. It doesn't cure the arthritis, but it kills the inflammation cells that causes the pain of being inflamed. Both rotator cuffs and both shoulders are torn. My shoulders are shot, torn. They're no good. And both knees are supposed to be replaced. But I will be 79 if I make it through this year. I'll be 79 years old, going on 80. And so old age is what it is. It is what it is. But, you know, I believe that, I think that God has kept me here for a purpose and a reason in our ministry. Maybe this bus is a means of us doing more for the kingdom of God. Not we could do it in a car, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot easier doing it in a bus than it is in a little Lincoln MKZ. Or a Chevrolet truck, and so it's a blessing from the Lord. Maybe I don't know what God has in store this year. I know we've got folks that have already called about dates this year, later on in the summer, and it's going to be a good year. Like I was fixing to say, I think God has kept me here for a purpose and a reason. We went past 65 years of playing gospel music into year 66. Me and Mom and Daddy started singing on a Sunday morning radio show for a church program in 1960 at WTJH, East Point, Georgia. And then the people would hear us on the radio, wants to come to their homecoming or come to their church around locally, and it just kind of blossomed from there. And Mom and Daddy, then my brother Verge. And then we went on later when I met Linda. She joined our family group. And then, of course, I left with them with Wendy Bagwell and Sunlighter in 1972. 10 years, y'all all know the story. I won't talk anymore. Let's see what I love. Gordon Jensen. I played this song one night, and Gordon Jensen made the comment. He said, "I love that song. If you're here, Gordon, I'll play this for you." What a lovely name. Let me look and see if anybody else has jumped on here as I get through playing. This is it's live. It is, and I don't see any comments. They're on there. Anyway, I started to say a while ago, the arthritis is just doing its number on my hands and arms, and I was talking about my shoulders. When I bought this bus, I was not sure if I would be able to do this or not, and I'm still not sure. I went over today. I put the seat. It's got a set of 55 seats in it that look like brand new. This coach only has 521,000 miles. The engine was replaced in it some miles back before 421. I saw the title. It was sold by MCI 10 years ago. It had 421,000 miles on it. In the last 10 years, it's accumulated another 100,000 miles from the previous owner. At some time or another in that time frame, it had a new engine transmission put in by MCI. And so it don't burn oil, it don't smoke, it runs good, but it's only 521,000 miles. You got to remember, Greyhound runs buses way over 1 million miles. They're running for 20 years, and then they cycle out. This bus is a little over 20 years old, and the mileage on it is so low. Every bus I've ever owned has had 1 million miles on the clock, over 1 million miles on it. And they still run good. I got a lot of good service out of them, running for 30, 40,000 miles every year, 50,000 miles. But this one is like a new bus for mileage-wise. But I went there today, I put those seats online, and my phone just went crazy with texts. I want them, I want them, I want them. And another guy came down, looked at it, he said, I'll be back tomorrow. And he never showed up. Then he called me later on and said, sorry, Ben. I didn't hear back from you. And so they're gone. They're sold. They're not gone yet. They're still in the bus, but the guy sent me the money, cash app, or part of the money. And so they're sold. And his church folks, I think, supposed to come on Thursday, or some friends with him, and take them out and take them back. But I started taking some things apart in there today, removed a few of those seats, and boy, those bolts are so tight in those walls, man. And you know, when I push on that ratchet, these shoulders feel it. And I said, I'm gonna let them do it. But there is 20 million screws that holds package racks and inside panels and everything. There are so many, you would not believe what it takes to put a bus together. And so I worked about 4 hours on it today, and it's telltale. And so it's gonna be a very slow thing for me. I should have the seats out this week. Maybe I'll have the package racks out in the next 2 weeks, and the factory bus restroom toilet will come out because we'll put a motorhome bathroom in there with a shower and everything. And so, y'all pray for strength, and the Lord will touch my body, and I'll be glad if He does. 3, 1, 2. My goodness. I don't know what, something. It's embarrassing to have to sneeze or cough, and my mixer is too far to reach and turn my mic off. And I got on the better mic tonight. I have the Sennheiser. You know, I've been laughing about that cheap $20 mic I bought. And I found this mic in a box. I've used it before, but I didn't realize it. I got to look and I've got a box of stuff. I've got a bunch of ear monitors and wireless guitar units and these Sennheiser mics that we use, or wireless units. I've got some of the battery operated ones that's the same thing as what I've got in the rack that run off power. So I got a bunch of, and I was scrambling through there and I found this mic and I thought, I think I bought this from somebody that it came with a belt pack, and it's an actual Sennheiser mic, and it seems to sound better than the $20 one for some reason. Because I think this mic's about $100 for this Sennheiser lapel mic. That's not a lot of money by Countryman. Just the microphone itself, I think I paid $369 for that thing years ago when I bought it, and stuff ain't cheap. Ain't cheap. Well, I was looking to see if Sister Linda was on here tonight. I thought hoping she might be able to say something. Well, I just think I saw her name show up. Linda B is watching. She is, Linda B is out tonight. She is unable to sing unless she does it by telephone. Baby girl Donna, she is the town clerk for a little country town over here close to where we live, just south of Winston-Salem. It's about 10 miles from here, I guess, a little town. And Donna is the town clerk, though she's worked there for years and years and years and years. And she had to go to Wilmington, North Carolina to a conference concerning being a town clerk. It's a couple-day meeting she had to go to over there. And then Dan, son-in-law, he is in Mississippi at the furniture market. And so that put Linda as official dog whisperer. Bill is a 60-pound black retriever. I think she's mixed retriever and boxer or something like that. She is just a lovingest dog you ever seen. And she puts her shoulders on Linda's shoulder. And she's the same height as Linda. And she almost pushes Linda over, but she's just got to have a hug and be petted. And then there's a smaller one called Me Too. I don't know how they got the name Me Too. That's what she is. And so Linda went down to their house tonight. She's going to house watch and make sure those dogs are happy and get fed. So she's going to sleep with the pups tonight. But she'll stay warm, that's for sure. That's for a fact. But anyway, I'll see her. I've got a doctor's appointment. She bought me a whiteboard today, and she got my appointments. Those treatments I do on my shoulder, I had the first one Monday. Thursday, I have the second one. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Dr. Rivera, she's the girl that got me into the orthopedic doctor that did the back surgery and all this arthritis thing that we've been working with. All these doctor's appointments have been arthritis related. My heart's good, and I've got pretty good control of diabetes. It's the arthritis that's really taken the toll. But I've got some of the doctors I see every 6 months, like the diabetic doctor, Dr. Mullen. I see her tomorrow at 1:30. Linda didn't put the time on there. I see her Thursday. Wednesday, Rivera tomorrow. And then Thursday, I see Dr. Mullen and a radiation treatment. And then next Monday, I go for one time a year eye exam to make sure my eyes are doing what they're supposed to with diabetes. You have to watch it. You don't get glaucoma, whatever they call it. But you don't get diabetic eye problems. And so I go see that on Monday. So I just, they say when you work all your life, you retire, you get to travel a lot. We do. We're in the car constantly going to doctor's appointments. between Linda and me, we burn the highway up. We need a new car to run all these doctor's appointments and go. Anyway, let me pick another one. I'll get out of here because I'm gonna watch Hannity in a little bit. It's not long till he shows up. See what he's crying about. And Steve Roberts, sure enough, sounds fine. Thank you, Steve. I'd like to see you, buddy. It's been a long time. Was it at the Prevo? Last time I saw you down in Mississippi. That's been several years ago. Love to see you. You just jumped on here a while ago. I just tell you, Linda and I bought another 45-foot coach. We're going to have either a bowling alley or great big. Linda was looking inside where the bedroom's going to come to and where the bath and the shower come to. It's going to put us have about a 20-foot living area with a small galley. It's a kitchen. We're not going to put a full kitchen like a big motorhome. We're just going to put a galley with a fridge, microwave, and that kind of deal. And then a big lounge area. It's going to be comfortable because we're going to do things besides ministry. It's actually designed to be a personal motorhome. Oh, my chair is popping. That Linda and I will spend time with the Irwines at different places. Donna hasn't bought her a newer motorhome. She upgraded about 10 years. And so we hope that this fall we're going to get together and do some riding and gliding. Let's see what kind of play go off here. I've talked a lot tonight because I was undecided if I was going to take a day off. I may next week, I don't know. And because it's been a lot going on. We went up to Ohio Wednesday, over at bus back Thursday. Friday we did things we had to do. We was part of a Valentine. We sang some for a Valentine banquet. We had a great time Friday night. And then Saturday we didn't do as much, but had some to do. Then Sunday church, and then all of a sudden 2 days past it's Tuesday. And I dealt with that bus yesterday doing some stuff. And so about 4 or 5 hours, that's the most I can stay around and play with it. It's time to go. And so after my doctor's appointment tomorrow at 1:15, I should be out there by 2 o'clock. I'll eat lunch and I'll go over there and take a few more screws out and maybe loosen a few more seats and have them ready Thursday when they come. Anyway, well, let's play one more song and I'll hang up and say goodbye. I love you guys. And I appreciate every one of you. Don't forget, go over to my YouTube channel, sign up. If Facebook ever dies, I'll be on YouTube. And I need a touch from the Lord. 2, 3.